Since its release in May, Overwatch has been through a lot of changes. If I were to look at Overwatch then, I'd probably hardly recognize it. Or, well, maybe I would. Point is, the game is awesome, and I'm sure a lot of new gamers were gifted the game for Christmas. My only advice to new gamers is to stay away from competitive play first. That is, unless you're an FPS prodigy or unless you have a full team of 6 on your side. The matchmaking has improved greatly since Season 1, but there are still a few things that need to be fine-tuned, or rather heavy-tuned. Anyway, it's your game, do whatever you want, but don't say I didn't warn you. Hey everybody, what's up? Sadly and regrettably, I don't have any footage of the new Oasis map. I wanted to use that map for the background of this video, but instead I'm just going to go with the newest cancer of the game, Symmetra. We'll be talking about Overwatch's year-end review and what new things we can expect in future updates. Blizzard, at the very beginning of its launch, already told us that all future content and events for Overwatch will be free. That's great news and all, but of course there's a limit. And just to set your standard of expectations, there will be no Valentine's event, nor will there be an Easter event. I know. Blizzard's other games celebrate these events, so why isn't Overwatch doing it? Well, it might be because these two events happen to occur right around the same time Chinese New Year happens. In the Blizzard universe, they simply call it the Lunar Festival, which happens around February. And another theory would be, since there are going to be 4 seasons in a year for competitive play, we might be looking at a similar setup for special events. Probably quarterly special events and quarterly seasons, and then adding new heroes and maps, and probably smaller, maybe minor events occurring in between. But that's all speculation. Moving on, Jeff Kaplan, game director of Overwatch, has some exciting news for us. A new map called Oasis has been on the PTR server recently, where we've been testing it out and exploring, mostly familiarizing ourselves with the new layout and secretly forming strategies for when it releases. Is set to actually come out to the live servers early next year. Yay! The map has jump pads, fast moving cars, and multi-leveled capture points. It's practically a new playground for our more mobile heroes, which gets me worried about our tanks who are less mobile and more vulnerable in this map. I've got my eye on you, Blizzard. Doomfist better be a good tank. Not to mention Terry Crews, who's tweeted out that he's been to the Blizzard studios saying that he was given a quote-unquote tour of the place, though we all know what's brewing over there. But of course, we're all left in the dark until it's officially announced that Terry Crews is lending his voice for the new Overwatch hero, Doomfist. On the other hand, more boring news. More customizations to our communication wheel is coming. We're gaining access to up to 4 voice lines and 4 different emotes, allowing those of us who like to spam voice lines, to spam even more voice lines. Yes! That's what I needed! And for players who like to emote depending on the situation they're in, you get to carry up to 4 different emotes as well. Teabagging just got real, my friends. Prepare your gallstones, because the salt is about to get real. We're also gaining more choices with sprays. Spray fanatics can now bring up to 4 sprays with them, but of course you can only get to have 1 spray out at a time. Boo! And we're getting more buttons to press, right? So recently they added a new feature that allows players to suggest grouping up into a party. You know, like if you solo queue and get teamed up with a random support who is just amazing at what he does, and you want to group up with that guy, so you press a button that suggests that you guys group up. Well, a similar issue occurred a few months ago. Remember how people keep complaining about how people in groups need to automatically be in the team voice chat instead of the group voice chat? We're getting a new button that encourages encourages players to join team chat instead of typing it manually to get them into the team chat. My only concern is that they make the sound it makes just as appealing as the group into party button does. Has anyone else noticed how addicting that noise is, that sound is? Jeff also hints at new heroes coming in progress, saying that one hero is far in the line of progress and we might very soon see this hero sometime next year, along with new maps besides Oasis and new game modes. For custom gamers, you'll be glad to know, or not, that a new feature named the server browser is on its way. All, if not most, first-person shooters would allow for lobby hosting or custom game rooms or whatever you might want to call it. Remember Counter-Strike back in the day, where you'd be faced with with these lists of hosted games where some of them even had passwords and you had to type in lengthy commands into the console just to get into the game? Yeah, nothing so complicated as that, but it allows players to see a list of public custom games, which means custom game lobbies can now be set for public or private, giving us more options for more fun, and, well, that's all we really ever want, right? More options. But anyway, that's all the news I have got for you guys. I hope you liked the video, and if you did, hit that like button, and to keep updated with my content, hit that subscribe button. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.